We head to Death Valley this week with the Buffalo Bulls in the toughest game on the schedule. We face the LSU Tigers. Every year we're going to challenge the Bulls with a strong team. This year it happens to be LSU, led by Texas transfer quarterback Arch Manning. Coming off an 11-touchdown performance in his most recent game, he's already making LSU history. Outside of him, LSU has a roster filled with a number of star players, many of them on defense with a really stout and athletic front seven, along with playmakers like Caden Durham and Aiden Williams. If there is an area of this LSU team that I think is a little bit weaker, it's the secondary, but to really attack that, you've got to hold up against the front four. Although we have our strongest offensive line in the series, asking them to hold up against an SEC defensive line is going to be tough. The same goes for our secondary. That is certainly not the strongest that we've had in this series, and LSU has so much downfield speed and athleticism. It's going to be a challenge to contain this offense, especially with Arch Manning playing as well as he is. However, we shocked everybody with our performance against Notre Dame in the bowl game last year. The Bulls come in with a 2-0 record. The offense is playing well. Can they challenge the Tigers today on the road? Thank you for all the support here in the start to Season 4. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and please leave a like on the video. Let's get this game underway. LSU will receive the opening kickoff in front of 100,000 screaming fans, and we are underway. And this will be taken out of the end zone, and the coverage from the Bulls is good as the Tigers will open at the 18. There's Jelani Watkins, just one of the difficult playmakers we have to contain today. They go 3 receivers, and Arch Manning completes on the dump off to the tight end, Trey Green, for a gain of 5. On second down, another RPO, and the catch made by Aiden Williams, a first down. Williams had 7 touchdown catches in their most recent game. Arch Manning's gonna run. He threw for 11 touchdowns last week, but he can run at the same time. Now they'll run to the outside, and that is well defended by Joey McCune, and Buffalo forces a 3rd and long. But they jump into the neutral zone. Free play, and they convert anyway. Manning finds Williams for the first. Humphreys had jumped early. Play fake, and a shot downfield, and Manning finds a receiver for 6. Kylan Billiot gets behind the defense. And this had to be the top concern with a secondary that doesn't have the kind of speed you need to keep up with these receivers. Almost every receiver is going to have that advantage today, and it's 7-0 LSU as we see if the Buffalo offense can compete. Starting with a run, LSU stuffs Lamar Sperling. In motion is Austin Harris on second down, and he gets it in space for a short gain, setting up 3rd down. And this place is rocking. And on top of that, now a delay of game for Buffalo. 3rd and 12 on the opening drive. Here is E.J. Colson stepping up in the pocket, and he's dropped by Relaford. LSU storming out of the gates in this one. They take over. Manning hands inside, and there's running room. Caden Durham, 21 yards on his first carry. Manning fakes, has time to throw. Nice adjustment to the ground. Catch made by Jelani Watkins, the fastest player on this team. Quick hitter, caught. Watkins inside the 5, and it's goal to go. LSU looking to go up 2 scores. Manning will keep it. Makes a move. Lost the football. But LSU jumps on it. 3rd and goal. It's a give. Up the middle for an LSU touchdown. That's Darvion Pryor giving LSU their 2nd score on their 2nd possession. And it's a 14-point hole now for Buffalo. and we've barely started. Sperling carries and gains 4. Going out of the pistol, and Sperling on the stretch. Flag down as he bursts into the secondary, and the play is coming back. A hold on Nate Fanene, the right tackle. Again facing along third down. Pressure coming. Colson has to get rid of it. Austin Harris was breaking open, but the pocket was collapsing. LSU looking to make it 3 for 3, and they run it. Good block and into the secondary with relative ease. They've had trouble stopping the run early this year, but it's hard to commit an extra defender to the box, knowing what you have with the receivers in this game. It's really a no-win situation for the defense. Manning downfield and wide open! Touchdown! Darvion Pryor! 1 on the ground and 1 through the air. It's all LSU to open. What an ugly first quarter. Eric Pacheco is in the game. He did not play a week ago, and he'll keep it but not get far. That pistol option game was a big help against Notre Dame in the bowl game, but they go back to Colson on third down, and he finds an open man in Dallas Roche. The offense has looked so good in the first 2 games. It'll be interesting to see how they fare against the Tiger defense. And now Sperling gets to the edge, and it's back-to-back first downs, and they're into LSU territory. Colson fakes, sprinting out of the pocket, then drops it off to Kevin Cajuste for about 8 yards. Good start to this drive. Sperling on second down, very close, and has a first down. That's Austin Harris, the motion man. Colson gets it out quickly, caught by Braylon Staley, and he's got some speed that could definitely make plays against this Tiger defense. It's Colson on the keeper, heads outside, gets a nice block there, a 2-for-1 from Roche. Definitely want to get him on the move more in this game. Second down, and he fits this into Roche. And Buffalo's putting together an impressive drive. Trying to cash in now. Sperling, nowhere for him to go. Camarda was beat by Ron Steffen. Showing pressure. Here they come! Down goes Colson. Fanene missed Colin Simmons. No chance for Colson. It's a long third down. And they'll throw a screen. That's Austin Harris trying to cut it back to the outside. And he's taken down at the 11. And here is Nick Reed, and kicks from this hash at this distance haven't been easy, but he is able to get Buffalo on the board with this kick. They really need to make some plays defensively, though. Get off the field on one of these. Pass hauled in, and Aiden Williams continues to pick up good gains. The RPOs have been successful. The fake now, and the pressure gets to Manning. They sent the corner there, Amari Taylor. Creates 2nd and 10. And now Watkins makes a move and breaks a tackle. That was Antonio Rager, who is starting this week, who had a chance. Instead, LSU into Buffalo territory. And Manning has the tight end again for a first down. Great protection. Hard to get through this line without extra pressure. And wide open again. Complete to Trey'Dez Green. Another goal to go for the Tiger offense. On the outside, it's Williams who cuts it up for a score. LSU is 4 for 4 to begin the day. It's 28-3. This is what I thought would happen in the Notre Dame game back in the bowl. E.J. Colson down 25, has Staley on the outside. Field goal drive their last time out, and now move the sticks. Nice juke by Staley for the first down. And they're going to go with some tempo now. 1:30 to go in the first half. Colson downfield, and Staley is there again. And they've been looking his way early and often into LSU territory. Play fake and rolling left. Colson, incomplete for Roche, who has not done well in those contested situations. Second down, dodging pressure. Colson gets it away to Harris. Nice to see the playmaking out of E.J. Colson as he's able to get a little bit of a block there from Lamar Sperling and keep this play alive. Second straight red zone trip for Buffalo. And it's a screen. Well played, though, against Kevin Kajust. And he's a bit shaken up at the end and will come off the field. Replaced by Mitch Viviano. Pressure coming. Jump ball. Harris. Incomplete. Gotta give him some chances. Didn't work. It's third down. Rolling is Colson under pressure and gets drilled. They're trying to get him moving, but still can't find the end zone. Reed on for a second straight possession. Makes this a 28-6 game. They left LSU 49 seconds, and they have their timeouts. Tigers want even more. And pressure arrives. They get to Arch Manning for the first time. Shamar Riser-Presley off to a good start this year. And with that, LSU appears content heading into halftime with a dominant 28-6 lead. The defense has just not had any answers. Can't stop the run, can't get pressure, can't keep receivers from getting behind them. The offense has had a couple drives, but they haven't gotten to the end zone. And as we get into the second half, this is the most crucial drive of the game. Buffalo gets the football. If they can put together a third strong drive, maybe finish this one with 6, you can start to at least keep it close. Put a little pressure on LSU. And it's a 22-point game to open. That's Leon Dingle, who gains 2. Harris by himself on the right side, facing third down. Caught by Roche. First down, Buffalo. Again, they bring Harris across the formation. Off the fake, Colson, downfield, and hauled in by Kevin Kajust. Great to see him back in the game, making a nice play downfield. Now it is Sperling, penalty marker down. And Kajust, after making that catch, will send the team backwards. And getting out of these holes hasn't been easy. First and 19, and a good carry by Sperling, getting 6 back. They go with the tight end in the slot on second down, and Colson is sacked trying to reset. Ran out of time. Third and 22, Buffalo. Here's pressure. Down goes Colson as he throws. Could have had Kajust, but not enough time. Buffalo has yet to get a stop against LSU. I'm not counting the end of the first half possession. Third down and 7 for Arch Manning. Plenty of time, and right at the sticks, Aiden Williams converts. 3 touchdowns, over 200 yards for Manning, who gives to Durham. Tackled by Fui Mauno. Third and inches. A run to the right. And enough to move the sticks. LSU perfect on third downs. Running inside and through the second level into the secondary. It is Pryor. To the Buffalo 29. Off the fake. Open downfield. Jelani Watkins. Touchdown. The fake there seemed to hold the secondary. And if there's any hesitation, you're not catching a speedster like Watkins. LSU up 35-6. Buffalo back on offense. Kajust on the quick catch. They found some success moving through the air. First and 10, and Sperling's going to look to bounce outside again. 4 yards on the gain. 34 yards for Lamar Sperling. Now second down, and Colson hit down again. John Burns has had a tough time here in his first few career starts. Third down and 13, and Colson breaks the pocket, slides near the marker. They mark him short, but close enough to bring the offense back out for a sneak. And it's a new set of downs for the Bulls. They go out of the pistol. And Colson will keep it. Another nice gain. He has 9. Dingle is the running back. He'll get the call. Bounces to the outside. Has a first down. Gain of 11. Final play of the third quarter. And they want the screen. That is Roche, but nowhere for him to go. It's a loss. And we make our way to the final quarter. Second down and 12. Getting it away, but threw it into the back of his offensive line. A lot of pressure on Colson throughout the game, and it's third down. Through the hands of Braylon Staley, the pass is incomplete. They've got to go for it. 4th and a dozen. LSU brings 4. Colson is intercepted right in the middle of the field. Got in front of Kevin Cajuste. That is Kylan Jackson, the best player in this secondary. And he gets it back for the Tiger offense. We see backups in for the Buffalo defense, but still Arch Manning and the starters are out there. Big run for Durham. 37 yards and over 100 now in the game. He carries again, and Buffalo clogs that run well. They've yet to get off the field, though, on third down. And now they get Nick Waugh jumping into the neutral zone. 3rd and 6 becomes a much easier 3rd and 1. Durham redirecting, finds first down yardage to the Buffalo 24. Secondary plays off. Manning fakes and launches to the end zone. What a catch! Touchdown, LSU! That is the throw of the day. Billiot with his second touchdown grab, but this throw is just next level from Arch Manning. He's going to throw it to a perfect spot, let Billiot go find it. That is spectacular. It is 42-6. And backups are in now for the Buffalo offense, and that's the first career carry for freshman running back Soma Ojinaka. Welcome to college football in the SEC. He has to come off, replaced by Lonnie Isaacs. Eric Pacheco over the middle, and that is Sean Prochet. He is the slot backup to Dallas Roche. 3rd and 4 for Pacheco. Undercut and intercepted. Tigers take over at the 32 of Buffalo. I have no idea why Arch Manning is still out there, but he is looking for more and intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Xavier Leonard. He is a backup safety. Buffalo ball, Pacheco's second possession. And he hooks up with tight end Kyle Teal. Vertical threat archetype. 3rd down and 15. Pacheco's going to send it downfield. And it's knocked down in the area of Enrique Trejo. I'm not sure LSU's going to take their starters out of this game. Durham on the carry, running through this backup defense. He may go, but he's knocked out of bounds inside the 5. I think over half of his yards have come against the backups today, and he caps it off with a touchdown. The starters couldn't slow these guys down. Why could the backups? That's Jackson Potter, the 3rd quarterback, in now for Buffalo, and he gives to Lonnie Isaacs for a 4-yard gain. Isaacs is a true freshman running back. 2nd down, and not even enough time to check it down to the running back. 3rd and 6, and that one's caught. That's Quincy Witherspoon. Good chance we see him play a little bit with the starters this season. A quick hitter again, that's Prochet. Buffalo facing 3rd down. They want to set up the screen and barely get it out there. Isaacs, first down. Ojinaka now back in the game. First down for Potter, and Ojinaka can't hold on to it. 2nd and 10, and Potter is chased, sacked. 6 for LSU on the day. 3rd down and 20. Potter's going to get sacked again. 4th down and 31. Potter downfield, Intercepted! LSU picks off their third pass of the game. And this may go inside the 10. No touchdown. And that is going to do it for our trip to Death Valley. Buffalo sees what it's like to play one of these top SEC teams. 49-6 is the final, as Buffalo suffers their first loss and really couldn't get much going today against LSU. Every time we've had a matchup like this, I assume this is what it's going to look like. We have competed far better against other teams. But I think one of the big differences is the quarterback at LSU being Arch Manning. He was not going to miss any opportunities, and their receivers were just so good, and we don't have the secondary for this matchup at all. We have to get more athletic there, and we have to develop our players. I mean, we lost seniors at cornerback, and we have guys making their third start of the year, first start of the year in some cases. But yeah, this was how we assume these games are going to go, and it's kind of the first time one of these top schools has actually dominated us from start to finish. I still think games like this are important every year to see our progress because there's so many levels of play in college football. We could very well be a dominant team in the MAC this year, but that's a very different caliber team than someone that can compete with the likes of LSU. That's what's great about college football and these dynasties is the progression path is a lot steeper than, say, anything professional. So a tough loss, but not one I'm going to dwell on too much. We had a couple drives that worked for a while. Going to hang my hat on those field goal drives, I guess, and move on to recruiting. I think we're doing a pretty good job so far when it comes to these four-star prospects. Now, we don't have a lot of points. I've basically been using all 350 to recruit the top 10, 11 players on the board. So what I did this week is I wanted to open some points up to start getting visits scheduled. I had to stop maxing out some of these battles, just taking 5 or 10 points away in some cases. And look at our lead now for David Ogbonna. We could get a 4-star quarterback in here, which would be incredible. So I like the players here a lot. Our progress is good, but the next step is just getting visits scheduled. Our schedule this year isn't great for this because our next game is at home, and then our following 3 are going to be on the road. So we can schedule visits for week 5 and then week 9. There's a little bit of a gap there. I looked at Chester Samia with him already having 2 visits. His next one, or his first one's going to be coming up. And my only hesitation here in this stage was I wasn't sure how quickly he'd narrow things down to his top 3 and then to his decision. I decided instead to look at Larry Wheeler because we could actually bring him in for week 5. That's against Charlotte, who is 0-3, and I think this matchup is at least an even one. We'll face Damian Paris, who was the quarterback of Notre Dame last year in the bowl game, but Charlotte just got blown out by Appalachian State. Hopefully we can put together a good game here because if we're bringing in 4-star players, we want these to hopefully be victories. No guarantees, but I scheduled Wheeler for week 5. This happens to be our bye during week 4, so we sim past that. We see that David Ogbonna has now reached his top 5. We can hard sell for him. B- championship contender. And now it's week 5 against Charlotte. Let's go back into recruiting. Suddenly, Larry Wheeler has a deal breaker that we're not meeting. Apparently, we were meeting it before, but now our play style at Power Rusher has fallen too far. We need to get sacks to keep recruiting him the same way, and we didn't get more than, I think, 1 against LSU. So he's still visiting for Charlotte. The 50 points are still there, apparently, for recruiting him, but I've never had this situation before in recruiting where during the battle, I'm no longer meeting a deal breaker. We need sacks in our next game, and we need to obviously go beat Charlotte. Now during this week, I'm spending the 40 points on getting Chester Samia a visit, as it looks like this battle will go until week 9 and beyond. So the Charlotte 49ers will be our final opponent of non-conference play. And their offensive line happens to be a solid one, especially their tackles. These are two captains they have. We really need to get some sacks in this game. We may have to get more aggressive just to get that deal breaker back up. I'm looking at the top 25 here and noticing LSU is just absent. And I'm really confused about the top 25 logic. They're not ranked. They're not even getting votes to become ranked, despite being 4-0 with a 163-point differential and 4 blowout wins. One was a 14-point win, but the rest are blowouts. They shouldn't just be ranked. They should be ranked really highly. They have a Heisman Trophy candidate at quarterback. This should be a top 5 team. So don't think of LSU as just some random unranked team that we lost to. That's one of the best teams in the country. The game is just not recognizing it. There are multiple lost teams in the top 25 that would probably get blown out by the Tigers as well. But that's going to bring our time today to an end. We got one more non-conference game, and hopefully we can put the LSU loss behind us. That's where we are, though, compared to a strong, probably 5-star team like the Tigers. We are still a long way away from that. But thank you for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and the Bulls will be back again soon. Have a great day.